What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another Husky Hefe's book club. And we are still reading Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. Today we're going to be summarizing chapter 3. And chapter 3, it was lengthier than others. My intention was to have chapter 3 and chapter 4 summary together, but as I looked into chapter 4, I saw that it goes into deep meaning and stuff, so we're probably going to keep that separate from chapter 3 and we're going to split it up. But today, right now, we're going to worry about chapter 3. So let's dive right in. Chapter 3 was entitled The Spirit of the Womb. Entitled The Spirit of the Womb, I felt like Queen Afua, along with other women in her sacred womb circle, they give us accounts about the abuse and need for healing and cleansing of the womb. She made a point to both in this chapter to both let us know that the womb exists both physically and spiritually. Because the womb is living both spiritually and physically, she says that it's important for women to sit down, listen, reflect, and communicate with their wombs. Now, with this, I came up, like, our bodies tell us what they need to heal, but we never know what that is without proper meditation and understanding of self. So in this chapter, she really embodies like sitting down, be quiet, meditate, touch your womb, and it's a lot of rituals or methods that she have to really get close to it. But she really wanted you to sit down, meditate, and go into like a deep meditation and prayer to understand your body a little more. And also dig up some skeletons that may have infected your womb over time. To help navigate and evolve conversations with the womb, a journal is the best thing. She says keep your womb journal close to you, and any feelings you have as you talk to your womb, you can write them down. And she also breaks down some questions in this chapter that you can ask yourself when you're meditating and going forth to really connect with your womb. Now, optimal times for meditation, she reiterates over and over, is 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. And preferably, you should do this daily. But I liked in this chapter, she does tell you that if you fall off from doing your meditation in the morning from that 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., it's okay. It's okay. Just notice that you fell off and get back on the horse. We're humans, and with our busy schedules nowadays, it's not often that we're going to be able to do this every day. And, most of the people I know are working class humans. So it's like, yeah, we got to go out and work. We got to go out and make that bread and butter. But in your free time, when you really feel like you're going through stuff, negative energies and stuff, you need to meditate and talk to yourself. As far as men and women, meditate and talk to yourself, but women focus on your wombs, which is the gist of this chapter. When you interact and talk to your womb as if you would talk to another human being or a friend or something, in a positive light. I'm not saying using B words, dropping the N bump, all that stuff, no. But talk to it like it's okay to joke with your womb, or, like she gave examples where it's like, girl, what's going on with you today? But it's okay to talk to your womb. And it was a big thing for her to let you all know that you have to encourage your womb, have affirmations for your womb. So, it's like speaking life into your womb, because I'm not going to say every woman's womb is dead, isn't injured, possibly, but just like with me as a man, speak life into myself. And that's the big thing as we go through this world and navigate through this world, we have to speak life into ourselves. We have to speak positivity, and that's the same thing that's happening here. With the positive affirmations, with the meditation, the understanding, the sitting and listening, you can speak life back into your body. And she gave us accounts in this chapter as well of the womb circle. And it was women that sat down. I did read it felt weird to read it, but I did read it, and it was women that sat down and they were in the womb circle, and it was showing how the spirit of one uplifted the other, and how they learned about, once they learned about their womb, they were willing to help. It was a better understanding. It was women going through, PMS and not feeling loved, but once they learned how to communicate with their womb and get that hurt out the way, it was, I'm not going to say it was smooth sailing, but it became easier for them to adapt with and not let negative situations change them. It's beautiful. I always say we always need a support center. But I'm just going to go through real quick to make sure I'm hitting all my points. As far as this chapter summary, like I stated, it was mostly about the spirit of the womb. Have a conversation the way you talk with everybody else around you. Let's see. She talks about like some of the tonics and stuff in here. Bush tea of red raspberry and dandelion tea. So get you some teas. I know a lot of us aren't really familiar with the different brands, different benefits, but that's where we have to dive a little bit deeper and do our research. But get you some teas to kind of like cleanse out your body. This was a nice length chapter, so that's why I really scaled back. She talks about the feather as well in this chapter, and the feather is, I think, when you lay down on your back and you put the feather on your stomach, your heart isn't supposed to be heavy, so you're supposed to be light as a feather, but the feather is symbolic of like air and lightness, and you're breathing and everything is flowing through you, even through your womb. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Always don't let your heart be heavy. Use your feather to pull you back full circle. She actually had a meeting that she stated about she was in where she asked if she could wear her feather, and I don't think she went with her feather, but one of the other ladies in corporate America went in her little bag or whatever and gave her a feather, and she was like, wow, it was a gift from the mother blessing above. So drink sacred women's herbal tonics in honor of the womb. Choose the tonic according to your need. For example, if you have tumors, use gold enrod. If you have heavy bleeding, use shepherd's purse. If your womb needs toning, use raspberry. If your womb needs strengthening, use dandelion. So that's what I'm saying. Go and do your research and look at, the different type of teas and tonics that can help you. And that was the spirit. She also had a little section where it was like using chants and affirmations to support the womb. For clarity, I don't want people or women to think of chants as like something, I guess, going against the grain. It's actually what we do, and it's actually what people do mostly in churches. When you catch the Holy Ghost, it's chanting and singing and dancing. When you hear those vibrations, it brings the spirit out of you. That's why I said if you read it for understanding before you do criticizing. Because when you read it for understanding, you can tie different things together to what you already do in your life. So, nevertheless, that sums up the chapter for chapter 3. And like I stated, chapter 4 summary will be coming, but I might have to break that down into a couple different segments because I did start on chapter 4 and I realized that it's very lengthy and detailed. So I don't want to miss things in chapter 4 as I feel that this is it's going to be a very important chapter to kind of really grasp. So, chapter 3 summary is in the books. And always remember, if I read, you read, and we read, then we can make the world a better place, man. Hey, sacred woman, man, take care of your women. To the brothers or sisters, whatever your choice, take care of your women. Peace.